Hey, what's up, y'all? It's me, Nate Almighty, and I'm back with another Raising Kanan Season 4 Theory and Prediction video. This video right here, I have some clues in Episode 4 that proves Unique is Breeze based on Ghost's very own words. I'm talking about in OG Power, Ghost said this, and now in Raising Kanan, which is in the past, we see Unique doing this and behaving like this. Now, I didn't think I would have to make this video. I didn't even think to make this video because I thought it'd be blatantly obvious, because that's what I started thinking right after I seen it. However, I didn't see anyone else, none of my contemporaries, making this video. So I'm gonna do it because as we get closer to the end of the series, there are people who are getting off the Unique is Breeze bandwagon. There are people who are in my comments like, how do you still think Unique is Breeze when this, that? Obviously, he earning his death. He gonna be killed, this, that, and the third. And I'm gonna explain to y'all why he is exactly acting like Breeze, as well as, even though it doesn't make sense right now, based off of where he is as of Episode 4, he will end up being in a position where he is who he is, and then the doubts will have to cease. This video is going to be another banger. Like, share, comment, subscribe if you're new here. Without further ado, let's get to it. Alright, now people, let's break it down like this, okay? Unique has been reminded multiple times since the beginning of the season that he has a power in the streets that makes him the most dangerous person in the streets. He's legally dead. Dead on paper, right? A John Doe. The police are not thinking about him at all, especially with the death of Howard and Ronnie going on, and them saying that it's foreign nationalists when it's not, and Baptiste and Garcia talking about, yo, talk to your informants, figure out what's going on. They're investigating that. They're not thinking about Unique at all, and they were not focused on Unique when he first was presumed dead, right? But Unique has a very rare thing about him, right? Which is that he is gone. Everyone thinks he's dead. And then once again in Episode 4, Early Tyler talks to Unique, where Unique was ready to reveal himself, okay? And Early Tyler tells him, you are the invisible man. Why are you so thirsty to reveal yourself? And then Marvin pops up, and then Unique says, you know what? I'ma still be an invisible man, okay? Y'all have to understand these references, first of all, okay? Before we even get to what Ghost's talking about, because we're gonna get to that, right? What Ghost said in OG Power is gonna be the nail in the coffin, right? But you gotta understand, within narratives and within stories, right? The thing is that he's being referred to as John Doe, dead, right? He's being referred to as an invisible man, somebody who doesn't exist, right? Somebody who's not visible, somebody who is ever present, can be ever present, right? You feel, but you can't see. You don't, you know what I'm saying? You hardly ever hear, right? And do you know what is similar to that? The wind, a breeze, right? It's really that simple, okay? And what I'm telling y'all is that it's not gonna be Unique who names himself Breeze, right? The word Breeze is going to be a rumor that gets started about him, with people who don't know what he is, but they're describing him and how he moves, something like that. And then there's another idea I have for how he's gonna come up with the name Breeze, right? But that's so exclusive that I'm gonna separate that in the video, and I'm gonna hope with everything that Getting to How I Live doesn't think about it and make a video first. Because that man's been on a roll. But moving on, right? Next, when you go back to Episode 4, you see how reckless and foolish Unique's plan was with Damon that got him killed, right? And Unique didn't think twice about it. He has no remorse. His actions represent everything we heard about him from the person that knew him. And also, I also want to say, even though what Unique did was reckless, we have to think, even though he didn't leave with anything, even though he got Damon killed, can we really say that this plan still didn't go down exactly how he wanted it to go down? And he knew Damon would possibly die and he was just using him, right? Because here's the thing. His plan going into that with Damon could have just been to cause some chaos. Continue to ruin her situations with her business partner. What if Unique's exact plan with Damon went exactly how he wanted, right? And he was just brazen enough to put himself in the line of fire, right? Right? This would make what Ghost said about him, for better or worse, even if he did accomplish what he wanted to do. It was just reckless and something that Ghost wouldn't do. You know what I'm saying? His actions still represent everything we heard about him from people who knew him. There's no doubt things like that is why Ghost said Breeze was what? Too reckless and was going to get them killed. You gotta understand what he did with Damon. Right? Right? Picture Ghost being involved in situations like that. Right? With Unique as Breeze. Ghost growing up, right? 2-3 years or whatever, getting familiar with Breeze, and he learns to move smarter based off of being in these stupid situations with Unique as Breeze. And he's saying to himself as a younger homie, like, yo, why did we do this? Or he questioned him, like, why did you do this way? Like, it could have happened better in a different way, right? This represents exactly what Ghost said in OG Power. And I'm going to say it again. He said Breeze was too reckless and he was going to get everyone killed from doing things like that, okay? And then another question that keeps people from viewing Unique as Breeze is the fact that he isn't in a winning position, right? Yet, a power position yet, right? Because for some reason, Breeze was in a power position, even though he was off his rocker. But this position will likely be given to him after Phil Russo and Unique are done dealing with Stefano and the Thomas family, okay? And he will earn his spot that he attains. But he was still very volatile for whatever reason after he gained this position of power. I think we might see a situation in Power Origins where Unique as Breeze, he likes being the guy. He likes being the plug. He likes being in control of whatever Kanan, Ghost, and Tommy got going on. But what really excites him, what really fulfills him, right, is doing all the reckless stuff. Putting his life on the line, getting in the shootouts, sticking people up, things like that, right? And now you can picture the look on Ghost's face as he hears all the crazy, dangerous plans Unique as Breeze will come up with, and how maybe using his own brain he saved them a couple times from sudden death, right? All the unplanned situations he causes that put everyone in danger, and then you ask yourself, why did Ghost finally decide to kill that man, right? It's more simple than we think, but that's what I think. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Peace.
Can't teach that shit, nigga. Come on. That's gotta get that. That's touched by an ink. That's on the dome, nigga.